I've learned a lot about communication, to be honest. I've learned that it's important when you go into a conversation with somebody, you go in with an empty cup, not one that's filled. Because, like, it's in a Bruce Lee analogy that I've seen and read in a book, and it was like, the reason why you're not able to pick up what I'm teaching you is because your cup is already filled. Meaning, if you go into a conversation feeling like you already know everything, then you're not going to be prone to listen. You have to have compassionate listening when you talk to somebody. You need to engage with them. You need to look them in their eyes when they're talking, for one. You need no distractions. I know a lot of times today we can get into a point where we're talking with somebody like at work and we're like texting on our phone, or we're on the phone with somebody and we're texting, and you can really miss sight of like the intimacy of a conversation. And only those that actually have that understand what that means, when you can just be very intimate with somebody and you're able to share that moment with them, living in that fucking moment. There's nothing that's distracting you from just talking. You know what I mean? Like, it's a beautiful feeling. It really is. It can be healing. It can be restoring. It definitely can be like restoration for your soul, and like learning how to see life from another perspective. Not so much as like, is everything right or is everything wrong, but from another perspective. Like, we don't have to quarrel over something. You know what I'm saying? It can be about just, having a different perspective about things. Like debates. I feel like debates are about winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like about winning the debate. And that's great for some, but that's only ego that you get out of it. You know what I mean? Like being right. I just prefer to have, you can have it. If you want to be right, that's great. I've come to learn. I want to be educated. So if we learn, I'll say what I know until you proven that I'm wrong, or what have you, and then I'll learn from that. Like, either you win or you learn, in my mind. We just continue. But as long as the conversation gets continued, that I feel like that's a better way to like communicate. Another thing is to just learn to be a better listener. You know what I'm saying? Just be a better listener. Listen to understand. Don't listen to reply, and don't be dismissive. Please, please, please. Would you want to talk to somebody who dismisses what you think and say and feel? You wouldn't. So when you're in a conversation with somebody, don't dismiss how the fuck they feel. Listen to them so you can know how they feel. Fuck your ego. Leave your emotions outside of the conversation when you're having it. Because if your emotions take control of the conversation which you're having, you're no longer listening. You're trying to defend yourself, and you don't need to defend yourself. You need to be sure of who you are. It happens to us all, you know what I'm saying? Especially like with me, like I know a lot of my issues are not feeling like I was good enough for my family. I always felt like I always had to do twice as much just to get like attention and shit like that from my parents. And then whatever you base your relationship like with your parents off of is how you're going to reflect for the rest of the people in your life. So family members, friends, co-workers. So if you were like the type that, it's like a baby. The best way to describe it is like, how a baby comes into the world. People are always in front of the baby's face. They want to hold the baby. Come here, little Romy. I want to hold you. Oh, cute. Y'all, look at Romy, so cute. I got to give him kisses and all that other shit. You get older. Oh, look at him. He's just so cute. And then one day, you lose that attention. And you're used to it. So and if you're not taught how to transition, you're going to continuously look for that attention. It's just natural. You know what I'm saying? Because we're adult versions of the babies that we once were, So I feel like, I don't even know how the fuck I even got this far with talking about the baby. But, it's all about giving attention and shit like that. I don't even know how far I got this far. And I'm not even going to edit this shit out just so you guys can see how honest and real I am with my fucking audience. But I just feel like better ways to communicate is just to active listening, compassionate listening. Don't dismiss people when they talk. Actually ask questions to them to let them know that you are engaged with them and show that you care. Roughly, it's really what it boils down to. Don't make shit about you like us narcissists do. That's how I got on it. I was talking about being a narcissist. Okay, well, that's how you become a narcissist. Because you're used to getting a certain amount of attention, so you're gonna work twice as hard just to get that shit, be it doing impressions, be it being saying shit that's harsh, but it's funny, but you still get attention. You're gonna try to get attention to get that same feeling you had of love. But all you know, love is attention when you're a baby. As you get older, you learn what love is, later on. But, just that form of communication, being able to be an active listener, don't be dismissive, listen actively, compassionate listening, and I think that's really all I try to do. I try to do that with every conversation I have. I try not to. I give perspectives. I tend to say I feel before everything. You know what I'm saying? Be like in a text or some shit like that. I'll say I feel, because it's just how I feel on the situation. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's law. This is what I feel. And it's different when you show from that angle versus like, okay, this is, that's wrong. That's right. Well, this is what I feel. Well, and then the person be like, well, I don't feel that way. That's okay. What else? What more we need to prove here? I don't need to be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be right. That's not about being right. It's just about saying how you feel on the situation. I can say how the fuck I feel and respect you for giving your opinion. It's that simple. I feel like it. At least I feel like it is for me. But I feel like that's some forms of communication maybe that can help others engage a little bit better with their family, with their friends, with their co-workers, what have you. But we just need to learn to listen to each other. Real shit. Yeah. What annoys me most about women? Assumptions. Lord knows, man. A woman can come up with so many endless assumptions when some shit happens. And that shit can be very annoying. But I understand that it's from years and years of experience of being with people that have lied to you. And it fucks up this shit up here. I'm witnessing my own thing. But assumptions, I'd rather you ask me the same question 80 times than assume 80 fucking things about a situation. Honestly, I really do. I'll take you being annoying about asking the same question versus you coming up with shit assuming something. That's something that annoys me. I don't like when you play the victim. I don't like that shit. I don't care. That annoys the fuck out of me when a woman plays the victim in a situation. I don't care too much for when women, again, try to use being a woman as a reason why they're not able to do something. For instance, we're at work. This is like in 2007. And a girl that we were working with got pregnant. And she's about 5 months or something like that. Now, she still comes to work. But she didn't want to go in the airfield because she was pregnant. Okay, this is the deal. Why come to work then? I'm not saying, again, there was nothing. You have to drive to work. So what's the problem with driving on the airfield? It's the same shit, but I mean, that shit annoys me. What annoys me about women when they try to turn the same shit around on men after in a situation. Like, you're dismissing. That annoys me. When I'm in a conversation with a woman and she fucking dismisses me when I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? About what I'm talking about. I don't like that shit at all. That's fucking annoying. What annoys me a lot, I don't like passive aggressiveness. And I can recognize it because I used to do the same shit, beta male shit. You know what I'm saying? But the passive aggressiveness, not saying exactly how you fucking feel about something, it can be quite a trigger. And the reason why it's triggering because I used to do this shit. So but again, just saying what you don't like, and you want to try to be the change that you want to see in the world. So I mean, that annoys me about women. I don't care too much for women that act like men. I do not care for that shit at all. That is the biggest fucking turn off. I only care. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can befriend a woman that's very masculine. But as for like being intimate or in a relationship with one, kill yourself. It's not happening. I'm not doing it. No, ma'am. No ham, no ma'am. I do not like green eggs and ham. It's not going down. I don't do masculine women. It's not attractive. Learn how to be feminine. Look, go. Hey, anything you want to learn is in a book. Learn how to be more feminine. You know what I'm saying? Look up YouTube. Watch shit on how to be more feminine. I don't fuck with that shit. Don't come to me like trying to be romantic as a man. I'm not attracted to men. I like pussy. I love pussy, okay? I don't want to be with somebody who's acting like they have a dick, all right? You can suck your dick on your own time, not on mine, all right? I'm trying to think what annoys me about women. I'm not gonna say I'm annoyed by it, but I wish that women can see how powerful they are, and that your confidence is sexy, super sexy. Like knowing who you are as a woman, knowing your own limits, knowing what you want to do, and not needing anybody's validation whatsoever. So that annoys me too. Well, like I said, I don't really annoys me, but it's something that I've noticed about women and about that can bug me. But I don't like the women that try to act like, that victim. It goes back to the victim shit. I don't need no man and all this other shit, but then you want credit and you want to talk about somebody not being there. Which one is it? Do you want the value of a man in your life, or do you not? Okay, that's some shit that annoys me. Talks about that in the Unplugged Alpha by Richard Cooper. Book plug right there. Women Tread Softly. Reading that book. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like too much of it, fellas. It's something that you need to be educated on. You need to read that fucking book. But that is some of the things I feel that women annoy me with. Have I ever had feelings of jealousy, or envy? Whew, man. Being a narcissist and a codependent, hell yeah, you grow up not feeling enough. Damn right you get jealous. Starting with any kid who had a fucking toy that I didn't have at my house. One little nigga had the Hook Super Nintendo game, and I was a big, Hook fan. Me and my cousin Richard used to watch that shit faithfully as kids. And I was like, I want that fucking game. And I never was appreciative of what I had because I was always looking for something else. I was spoiled. That's how life was made to me. I wasn't trained to appreciate anything. I was trained to ask for anything. There was no boundaries. There was no rules. I just asked for whatever. I didn't have any, and I had trouble with authority. You know what I mean? I just had trouble with authority. But I was jealous of that. I was jealous of my brother when he was born. The attention that he got, he took from me. I felt that's how I was. So I did a lot of resentful shit. But I mean, when you're raised by codependent narcissists, like they have both of the traits and shit, I'm learning that's where that shit comes from.
Like, you just learn to envy. I wouldn't be surprised if my brother hated me or envied me or some shit based off of what we were taught, man. That's just what we grew. That's just the system that we grew up in. And I'm not able to fault him. And you know what I'm saying? I have to forgive myself for what I didn't know either. And envious, jealous of, I don't know, maybe like somebody having, like, again, I was jealous of, I'm gonna say envious. I'm not gonna say jealous. I was envious of my best friend having a relationship like the way he does with his family. You know what I'm saying? Like the closeness of it. I love that shit, man. It was so dope all those years. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that, and I wanted it for myself because I just felt like that's what we need. That energy, that positive energy of just being family and wanting to do certain things together that I felt like my family didn't do. But every family is different. I had to learn that way. But being such a spoiled kid, you want what you want when you want it, how you want it. Yeah, you want what you want, how you want it, when you want it. And life doesn't work out that way. So you have to look at things from a different lens. You have to look at the mirror. You've been pointing the finger for so long. You've been on autopilot for very long and feeling like you needed to be this way to get certain love, and it's done nothing but destroy you. Like being narcissistic, or and like you don't want to be around you didn't want to be around people who are narcissistic. So imagine that people don't want to be around you, because narcissists don't really have many friends, because they're just so wrapped up in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're so wrapped up in themselves. They don't give a fuck about nobody. They get with people to get what they want, and then they move the fuck on. And it's just and that's what jealousy does. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want what others have, and then once you get it, you just depart with them. You leave everything depleted, and it's just like being young. Being young in the mind and not emotionally mature, and just so many things, man. Just being very sneaky about shit. And it's unfortunate that these things do happen, but you grow. And when you grow, you see things differently. You learn to lose the ego. You got to kill the ego. You got to protect your soul, man. You got to find your soul. You got to do soul searching. Like, I finally understand what that means. And it's a good thing. Working at it, working to be a little bit more transparent, and working to forgive yourself and all that stuff for shit you didn't know, for that matter. And it feels good, man. It's like great, like really good, man. I was able to have a lot of conversations over the weekend that really helped me heal, in a sense, especially when it came to like family. And I'm really appreciative to those that I got to have those conversations with. You know what I'm saying? Like, for that, and it really helped me see things in a different light. So, definitely have been jealous. Been jealous of family members that were able to do certain things that I wanted to do in life, but I didn't want to work for it. Been envious of people that have things like, again, I see envy is like, okay, that's nice. That's like, you're not trying to seek hate or anything after that. I feel like jealous is more so like you're just willing to do whatever to get that. And like, there are a lot of people that get jealous of like seeing Jay-Z, or there's a lot of people jealous of like Michael Jackson wanting to sabotage him and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? You just start thinking evil thoughts. Envy is just like, man, that'd be nice to have that. So being envious of, my best friend having such a close relationship with, I would say, like, with his parents, you know what I mean? And then envious of people that are able to see their kids all the time. And it's just like, you have to look at yourself with a lot of things. So it's wild how life works. But happy people focus on what they do have in their grasp, and unhappy people focus on what they're missing. So lately I've been focusing on the things that I do have, and I'm quite grateful. I'm grateful for those who have came into my life and been complimentary to it and not draining, being a connection and not an attachment. So as I learn to not be jealous, not be envious, and just to learn to appreciate the things I have, I appreciate you guys.